Hey everybody, today I'm doing a review of the Swiss Glacier Express Train, which goes from St. Moritz all the way to Zermatt. It's an 8-hour journey which crosses 291 bridges as well as 91 tunnels. And we were in first class, we paid about $250 roughly Canadian per person, so it's a little pricey, but it's all relative in Switzerland. And earbuds are provided to you throughout the journey, and basically there's this narrator who basically tells you all these stories along the whole journey and different interesting facts about how they built the trains as well as the landscape. And you're probably watching this wondering, well, is it worth the money to go on the train? And in short, yes and no. My wife and I were both from Canada, so seeing mountains and snow is pretty common. We weren't really blown away by anything we saw, and all the footage you see is everything I shot myself. The first thing I'm going to say is that the weirdest thing is that it really should not be called the Glacier Express. I feel like it's super misleading when in fact on this whole 8-hour journey you only see one glacier, and that's at the tail end when you're in the small town of Randa. You literally see that one glacier for a minute or so, and then the rest of the train trip you're basically just seeing mountains as well as snows as well as streams as well as like small little towns and villages. The other thing is that the service is not very good on the actual train ride. They do serve different meals which you can buy, but they're quite expensive, and you'll be waiting for your food for quite a while. You're probably better off just bringing your own food and water. The other thing too is that 8 hours is such a long journey that we thought we'd see so many different things along the way, and after a while things got really repetitive. Like seeing the same mountains over and over again, or seeing snow everywhere. What didn't have the same effect as it did maybe in the first hour of the journey when you're in hour 8. So I felt like the train ride could have been maybe condensed to maybe 3 hours, and I would still be happy with it. But 8 hours just felt way too long. And even for first class, it felt pretty cramped. Like we were sitting with another couple, and it was pretty cramped in there where we had to get up throughout the journey and stretch our legs, and it just wasn't as comfortable as we thought it would be. The other thing that you'll notice from watching this video is that the windows are absolutely terrible. They reflect everything, so getting decent photos is really difficult, as well as recording decent video, because you can see everybody's reflection in all these windows. You think they would invest in like anti-reflective glass for the amount of money they charge. The other thing too is that if you're well traveled and you've been all over Switzerland, you're really not going to see anything new here. You're basically just going to see what you've previously seen. The other thing too, like I said before, it's extremely expensive, and I will recommend something to you guys as an alternative. We took a train ride from Milan, Italy to Zurich, Switzerland. That was only 3 hours, and it was a fraction of the price, and it was so much more prettier, and it was just much more scenic. I think, honestly, I would not go on this train ride again. I felt like it was overhyped and misleading, and the service was not very good. And maybe we could have maybe done something more interesting, but we did it, and